Vincent, so I'm a shareholder in BP. I know I have this JV in Russia with TNK-BP. I own half of it. Some oligarchs own the other half. I notionally want to sell, or at least I've said I'm a seller. And we had some interesting news today.
Yes, we did. And I think that there's many alternatives to this story, if you like. BP has said that it will sell its 50% stake in TNK-BP because there's been a complete breakdown in relations really between BP and the oligarchs. And today, Rosneft, a putative partner of BP in Russia and in other circumstances, comes in and says, we're interested in buying the BP's 50% stake. Now, that looks like a straightforward sort of one seller, one buyer transaction. But I think it actually complicates the scenario quite a lot because until a few days ago, it looked like the only buyers of BP's stake in TNK-BP were the oligarchs. Yeah. Now there's Rosneft. So at least there are two buyers now. But at the same time, the relations between Rosneft and the oligarchs are not very good. So there's a lot of politics involved, and the Kremlin is going to have a key role here. And the CEO of Rosneft is a former deputy prime minister of Russia, very close to Putin. I think that he's the man to watch in this. And I think that there is the potential here for BP and Rosneft to revive their original deal from 2011, which involved exploring in the Arctic and swapping shareholdings, etc., and for BP and Rosneft to become key partners in Russia.
So what you're saying is instead of BP selling to Rosneft, and you may argue that they don't want to have all this be flush with cash with the litigation going on in the US, but they might team up with Rosneft and buy out the oligarchs.
Absolutely.
Are they willing sellers, do you think?
I think that if you make the oligarchs an offer they can't refuse, they will accept it. Mikhail Friedman, who is the sort of main face of the oligarchs who own the 50% of TNK-BP, he's an investor. I mean, he wants to make money. He's looking for value. He doesn't think that the joint venture has offered the best value, I think, for his investors. And, I think any investor can be tempted by an offer he can't refuse.
And the relationship between BP and Rosneft, as far as it goes, is not a bad one.
It's not a bad one. Obviously there was a breakdown in the deal that they had agreed last year, but that was really because of Friedman's opposition to it, not anything to do with Rosneft or BP. And I think that both Rosneft and BP would be keen, if they could, to revive their original agreement or to make a new one and use this TNK-BP as a platform to do that.
Thank you very much, Vincent. That's a very interesting hypothesis. Let's see how it plays out.